A value trap occurs if you buy a stock because it is cheap, only to find out that the prospects are not there. To avoid value traps here, you determine the intrinsic value. If the price is less than the intrinsic value, the stock is not a value trap. But there is an alternative perspective of a value trap that applies to a cash holding company. The cash can make it seem like a good investment opportunity. However, if there are no clear plans for the cash to generate better returns, it can be a value trap. There are several factors that can turn it into a value trap as shown here. For details, read the article. I will show that Eksons fall into this category and assess it accordingly. In the mid-2000s, the timber segment was the core business with annual revenue of $345 million. The group then diversified into property development, but the group ceased the private operations in January 2023. Also, there are no further property development projects. The group is cash rich. As of the end of March 2023, the bulk of the group's capital is in cash. As for the operations, the timber segment is just clearing stocks. There are also no property development projects in the pipeline. The property investment segment is merely renting unsold and unused properties. Without any significant operations, it does not make sense to value Eksons based on its earnings power. It is more realistic to value it based on its asset value. The slide shows the two key components of the asset value. With a market price of 54 cents per share, the Graham net does provide more than a 30% margin of safety. If Eksons was an operating company, a margin of safety based on the Graham net would mean that this is not a value trap. But I've shown that the group is a cash holding company. The table summarizes my assessment of Eksons from a cash holding perspective. For details, read the article. Based on this, I would conclude that Eksons is a value trap. In the previous years, I found that Eksons was not a value trap as there was still operations. Today, the group had ceased the plywood production and has completed all its property development projects. There are no operations. Eksons is a cash holding company. While there is a margin of safety since it is a Graham net, my assessment of its cash holding status points to it being a value trap. For details, read the article. Thank you.